Welcome to Restaurant Recipe Recreations, everybody, a channel dedicated to teaching you how to create your favorite signature recipes from the most popular restaurants. On this channel, you'll find everything from Panera to P.F. Chang's, from Carrabba's to the Capitol Grill. And in this video, I'm going to be featuring the Mojo potatoes from Shakey's Pizza Parlor. And this particular video also happens to go out to one of my favorite subscribers, Mean Gene. So Gene, I hope you enjoy your Mojo potatoes. And something tells me that Gene is not really as mean as he thinks he is. In researching the recipe for this video, I did discover that a Japanese franchise for Shakey's Pizza Parlor did post their ingredients for the Mojo potatoes. However, digging a little bit deeper, I discovered that there are differences between the Japanese franchise version and the American Shakey's franchise versions. But I'm not surprised by that, and that's to be expected. Restaurant franchises obviously need to cater their recipes to the cultures that they serve. And it's why, for example, a quarter pounder with cheese in France is called a Royale with cheese. And a quarter pounder that you get in Paris is not going to taste the same as the quarter pounder that you get in Poughkeepsie. So the recipe that I'm going to present to you today for these Mojo potatoes is a bit of a blend of the Japanese version and the American version. But in my trial of this recipe and in my testing, I've decided that this recipe is the closest version to the Americanized Shakey's Pizza Parlor Mojo potatoes that you can find. So what you'll need for this recipe today couldn't be any simpler. It's 4 things. You'll need 4 Idaho potatoes, uncooked, raw with the skin still on. You need a package of seasoned chicken fry mix. I don't think that the brand is necessarily all that important. Just make sure that it's the seasoned chicken fry mix. You need Lowry's seasoning salt, specifically Lowry's seasoning salt, and canola oil for frying. So start with 1 cup of the chicken fry mix and place that into a bowl, of course. And now you need 1/4 of the Lowry's brand seasoning salt. I love Lowry's seasoning salt. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's not all that great for you. When I was young, I used to eat it on everything. And my stepfather used to call it Agent Orange. So 1/4 of a cup of the Agent Orange, otherwise known as Lowry's seasoning salt. And then just mix that. If you were to taste this on its own, you'd notice that it is quite salty, but potatoes have a tendency to absorb a lot of salt anyways. So the finished product is not going to be as salty as what you're tasting here. But I mean, let's be honest, right? This is Shakey's Pizza Parlor deep fried and seasoned potatoes. So if the health factor of the potato was what you were looking for in the first place, you wouldn't even be watching this video, right? Right. The key to these potatoes really is in the consistency and the thickness of the slice of potato, which is 1/8 of an inch. This is a commercial grade mandolin slicer. I also have like a regular home use mandolin slicer that you can get anywhere. You can get it on Amazon for like $20. If you do not have a mandolin, then of course you're going to hand slice these potatoes, which is fine. Just slice the potatoes to 1/8 of an inch. But just recognize that you're not gonna get, that uniform consistency from each slice. Needless to say, when you're using any kind of a mandolin, especially a commercial grade, exercise extreme care, pay attention to what you're doing, avoid any kind of distraction because these are, pretty serious pieces of kitchen equipment. And working between potatoes so that these don't get brown from the oxidation, throw these potatoes into your mix. Make sure that they get fully coated, and then place them on a sheet of parchment paper because these potatoes are going to sit at room temperature for an hour. What you're going to start to see is the moisture from the potato starting to interact with the mix and kind of making it like a pinkish slurry. That's what you're looking for. Once you have one single layer, just add another piece of parchment paper to the top and just continue the process until all of your potatoes are sliced and seasoned. By the way, did you all see the slap heard around the world last night at the Oscars? As if Americans need another reason to think that the Hollywood elite are a bunch of crybabies, right? Like there's not more going on in the world right now than Jada Pinkett's hair. Give me a break. And all you need to do next is just set these off at room temperature for about an hour. And that gives the potato moisture an opportunity to soak in that seasoning. While you're waiting for your potatoes to get ready, you can go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, so you can see that by letting the potatoes rest on the counter for an hour, the moisture from the potato has absorbed the seasoning, and that is exactly what you're looking for. So these are ready to deep fry. Because these potatoes are thin, you only need about 1 inch of oil, and you won't be overcrowding the pan either. We're going to work in batches. Using a kitchen thermometer, go ahead and test your oil. It needs to come to 375 degrees, and then you're ready for frying. Drop your potatoes in one at a time, working in small batches. Don't move the potatoes around too much in the fry oil because you don't want to knock off the coating. So just give them a nice opportunity to deep fry. In order to get these mojo potatoes to the desired crispiness, they're going to be in the fry oil for about 5 or 6 minutes. Once they're done frying, remove them from the oil and set them off to a drainage rack to drain. And then just simply repeat the process with the rest of your potatoes. Be careful when you drop the potatoes into the oil that you don't splash and burn yourself. These potatoes are amazing to serve as an hors d'oeuvre if you've got some friends coming over for cocktails. They're also a great side dish if you're grilling out with burgers, hot dogs, ribs. Get yourself something to dip your mojo potatoes into. Being born a Midwesterner, I dip everything. And for me, ketchup is like kind of one of my kryptonites, I'm sorry to say. I know, it's a little embarrassing. It's very pedestrian, but you know what? It's delicious. And if you have a restaurant or a recipe that you would like me to feature in an upcoming video, go ahead and drop it in the comments section below. I promise I'll take a look at it. But make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that when your video comes up, you'll be notified. Mean Gene, enjoy your Shakey's mojo potatoes. They are good. All right, everybody, you know what it is. Until I see you all again, make it an awesome, awesome day. Cheers. I love y'all.